Welcome back to Ralph's house. Painting from the heart sure is fun. Coming up with stories that, we don't know where the hell they come from, but man, they're good stories. I tell you what, we're gonna work on this river bank a little bit bright. We're gonna tone it down, get some of this more mud color into it. Yeah, I like that. Especially right back here. Let's pull those strokes back down. Just wanted to tone that a little bit to not be quite so bright. A little bit of burnt sienna in with that. See if that makes a good mud color. Yeah, it seems to work pretty good. Cut a few of those strokes down into the river, see. That's what you put up there, you gotta bring down. Let's get some of that in here. Bring it down a little bit. I'm not afraid to do that right there. Paint them, we'll carry some of that, get some more of that red in that boat. Kinda like that. Pull a hard stroke into it. Pull that transom back there. So do a hard stroke, just load your brush up. Just pull it into it. When I got that, I might as well get a little bit of that color right down here where it's reflecting into the water. Give me some boards on the front. Do that just by pointing it into it. So every time I do that, some of these other colors will show through a little bit. I like that color. I'll get some of that more back up in here where his vest. We'll have some of that in there. Back with his vest there. A little bit. Burnt sienna up there on his hat. We're just trying to get some colors in here. I'm going to use some of that color. You ain't carry color into my water. You want this water to be a living thing. That's why the fish are in it and all the snails and salamanders, things that just might be located all over that river. Cover my block up a little bit, put them under the water. The fish, we'll leave some of that white to show through when we start cutting colors into it. A little more red into this, and so just get on that fish there and we'll leave some lights. Now I put some ultramarine blue on here. Let's carry some of that down in here. Give me a watercolor down in here. So get a little dark color in here. Go over that fish a little bit. Well, again, ultramarine blue is a very translucent color. It doesn't cover a whole lot. So we're not, see, it just, the other colors will show through. We're just trying to establish just a little bit where we want our lights. That moonlight's casting off there. That boat's going to cast shadow coming off like that. There on the water. So we try to catch that and blend it in a little bit out here and carry some farther away from the boat it goes. It's also the lights coming there at the back of the boat. So we want that light, we want that in the shadow, see. So we know we got to have this side, 'cause it's going to be in the shadow a little bit. Let's darken that just a little bit. Carry that good shadow casting behind that boat, see. Grab a little bit more of that ultramarine blue. Let's pull that into there. Just cut some, it just gives us a watercolor. There's that paddle again. We're going to work on him a little bit. We're trying to get paint on there. It's paint to paint into. Keep that shadow on that river. Of course, the water coming down here is going to move it a little bit, but we'll just kind of, how's that? Develop that edge. Get that shadow. So that water's going to move that just a little bit. Carry a dark stroke in there, but there might be a current moving right through here. We're just adding darker and darker waters. We're going off the picture over here. We'll carry some of that dark, so that makes a good shadow color. That ultramarine blue on top of that brown that's already there. Carry some up into there. I want a good dark right along the edge there. I'm not so worried about the color, I want the darkness. There, I want to carry it like that, see. I want that. We're getting colors in there. Again, we still got old Mr. Catfish we got to put in down here and carry a stroke of that where the water's coming down the river and lose that hard edge, see, just by stroke just a little bit. Do the same thing here. Carry some of that color up the bank a little bit. make it disappear. Right there behind that boat, see on that riverbank, we got it. There we go. That makes that bow stand out a little bit. A good shadow color. Let's get it right there on that riverbank. Because it's night time. We want that riverbank there, but we kind of want it back there. We don't need it really jumping out at us. Right there, make that back that boat. Pull that up. Just blend these colors. We're just blending, painting, blending, moving, making watercolors. Now I'm going to put the back of that boat in the shadow also. Took that ultramarine blue of those other colors, and so we just put that thing into the shadow, see? We just put that boat, because it's away from the light. I like that. We're going to cast that horse, it's going to cast a little shadow on the back of that transom. Look at that. He just cast a shadow where, didn't he? Let's kind of cut that in just a little bit bolder so we know there's a good shadow there. Cut it across. I lost my blue there. There we go. Carry that right in there. All the way to the edge. And we're just building our boat. Just trying to build that boat. I'm going to carry some of that down here. Put a little bit of burn umber into that ultramarine. Establish this edge right there. Get that took care of. A little more blue, a little bit darker. My burn umber. That good there. We go with that good edge in there. That sweep of that boat. There's that shadow again. Let's keep that shadow on the water. Good dark for in here. See. Remember, it's night time. We're not going to see a whole lot out here. As far as we get away from that boat, as far as we get away from our lights, we're going to lose some of that. Darks again into the trees, into the forest. We've got to have those dark trees. Burn umber, ultramarine blue. So as soon as you had that light, see how those darks disappeared? Don't be afraid. Cut them in there. There's a good dark tree back in there. And more. Just cut them. Get those, keep your darks in there. We need some over in here because we don't have any dark trees back in here anywhere. We're going to need those trees. We need that darkness in there. For a nighttime picture, we just got to have it. That one tree's all right. He's kind of standing out there. We'll keep save some of those brights and save that hard back edge and throw a shadow in there and one over here. Move it, move it, move it. Just keep putting paint in there. Well, that's kind of going off to the on up the river, see, those colors. That's coming on down. You got a hard, look at that stroke coming down that river. Get it in there. We're moving current now. We're creating, so we're building layers in our water. I tell you what, y'all come.